Hey everyone, Coach Lex again with another 3 tips in 3 minutes. Today I have 3 tips to help your conversations be more successful than they are today. Now, don't feel bad. There aren't many people having successful conversations these days. You simply have to turn on your local news source of choice to discover this for yourself. But as a leader, a spouse, a friend, or just fill in the blank, unless you can successfully converse with another person, your chance for success will be limited or short-lived. The problem, though, is easy to identify. Most of us approach conversations as something to win, a competition. We become so preoccupied by the arguments we will make to support our position that we forget a very important fact. There's someone else participating in this conversation. Now, the answer is what's not so easy, mainly because it will require you to check your ego and competitive nature. But why do I have to be the one to check my ego and competitive nature? Well, because the only thing you can control and change is yourself. It's called personal accountability. To have more conversations that are successful, you must acknowledge the most basic of human needs with the person you're conversing with. And those needs are to be valued, to be heard, and to be understood. If these needs aren't met, you will have a very difficult time having successful conversations that lead to real solutions being found that ultimately lead to things getting better. So here they are, 3 tips in 3 minutes. Tip number 1, ask questions in order to gain perspective or understanding of why they believe or act the way they do. When you ask open-ended questions in order to understand them, they feel valued and appreciated. And it also gives them an opportunity to say the things that are on their mind, which in turn will cause them to become less defensive and more open to sharing information with you. When you care enough to learn someone else's perspective, it meets their need to be valued. Tip number 2, listen. Most of us have not mastered this art. At best, we remain silent as we wait our turn to talk, and while we're waiting, we're forming our next statement to discount what it is that they're saying. We have to practice active listening. If you will make your sole and all-encompassing focus the other person and what they have to say, you're going to be amazed at how open they become in hearing what you have to say. And a great way to let them know that you're actively listening is to repeat back what they told you and ask if there's anything else that you need to know. When people feel like you're truly listening to them, it meets the second fundamental need of being heard. And tip number 3, empathy. While listening, validate their emotions by demonstrating empathy towards them. Empathy is simply placing yourself into their situation in order to understand the feelings they may have. It doesn't mean you have to agree with them or change your mind about something. A great way to do this is to repeat back what the person said and use empathetic language to acknowledge the fact that was stated and the emotions that they're feeling. An example would be, "I'm sorry our customer service did not meet your expectations. I understand how that could frustrate you." See, it acknowledged the fact our customer service did not meet your expectations and the emotion they were feeling of frustration. Create enough trust that you can have a real two-way conversation. Being right is not the key to having a successful conversation, but having the right mindset is. Displaying empathy towards your conversation partner meets the third need of being understood. Practice these skills, and above all else, be nice to each other. You'll be amazed at how much common ground there really is between all of us. What if we lived in a world where conversations led to understanding, collaboration, and solutions instead of anger, division, and failure? Well, if you want to help this vision become reality, share this video with everyone in your network. Hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next time, I'm Coach Lex, telling you to be world famous.